Hi, my friends. I'm Brett Larkin, and this is yoga for when you're too sore to move. Too much running, too much hiking, too much dance class, whatever it is, if you are just super sore, this is your class. I want you to come down onto all fours. So we're not going to do anything crazy. We're not going to do anything strenuous. This is just about coming to your mat even when you feel like you can't. So just come to all fours and close your eyes. First thing I like to do when I'm really sore is just to be on all fours. Take a deep breath in and close the eyes. Deep breath out. And then I like to make little circles. So I'm just going to move my torso forward and back. So I'm just making little circles over the knees and the wrists. Taking it the other way. Good. Then I'm just going to come into puppy pose. So reach your arms overhead. And in puppy pose, the seat stays directly over the knees. So we're not coming into child's pose just yet. This is a stretch for the shoulders, a nice big release for the back. So make sure your hips are directly over your knees and just press the forehead and the palms into the floor. Take 5 deep breaths here. And the idea with this short, sweet practice is that it's just something you can come to even when you literally feel too sore to move. You can still come to your mat. And use your breath to really stretch out the body from within in this puppy pose, taking deep inhales, deep exhales. Good. Gently come on up. Inhale, find an up cat. Exhale, down cat round. Good. Inhale, up cat. Exhale, down cat round. Good. Inhale, up cat. And now just come into a super wide kneed child's pose. So take your knees literally as wide as the mat if that feels good. Take the sits bones back, just fold forward. Good. And then stay here a solid 5 breaths. And just hear the breath flow in and out of the body. Breathe space into your low back. Good. And then rock forward onto all fours. We're going to come into downward facing dog, but a super wide down dog stance. So take your toes as wide as the mat. Maybe your pinky toes are on the floor, and press yourself back. So you're in a super wide down dog. And then maybe gently straighten one leg and then the other. Press down through the index finger knuckles. And when our down dog is super wide like this, it just lets us find more length in the spine and the upper body. Good, and then take it back down onto all fours. Slip your right foot to the outside of the right hand. Good, and then just find a little lizard pose here, lizard stretch. So you can keep the hands directly under the shoulders and just rock from side to side. Rocking side to side is always something I really enjoy doing when I'm sore. Good, and you can take the left hand down and the right arm up. Or just take the right hand to the thigh and gently twist the body. And 3 breaths here. Good. Take both hands to the mat. Come back to all fours. Take a little up cat, down cat. Take the left foot to the outside of the left hand. Hands underneath the shoulders. And just move the pelvis side to side. Option to take the right hand down and the left arm up, or just take the left hand simply to the thigh, and then just spin the chest towards the ceiling. And draw the shoulders down and back. And 2 more breaths. Good. Take it back to a wide-kneed child's pose now. Let the hips sink back and rest. Full deep breathing into the back body. Just really forcing yourself to pause and rest in child's pose for 8 to 10 breaths. It can just be so super healing, even when you're really sore. Hear the breath in the body. Close the eyes. Good. Gently rock forward to all fours. Find a long spine. Inhale. Crown of head reaches forward. Tailbone reaches back. Reach the left arm up to the sky. And then exhale. Thread it underneath the right shoulder. So option 1, you can just stay here. I like to extend the right arm long. And then really press the right palm into the mat. And just take a couple deep breaths here. If you like, you can imagine your thighs are squeezing towards one another. And then lengthen your tailbone back in space. And then if you like, you can take the right hand a little closer to the face, elbow bent straight up towards the sky, and then use the right palm to propel you deeper into the twist. 3 deep breaths. And last breath. Good. Come back to all fours. Inhale, up cat. Exhale, down cat round. Inhale, find a neutral spine. And then exhale back into your super wide-legged child's pose. So we're just doing resting postures a lot more often than we would do in a traditional practice because the body is fatigued. And this is just about inviting in some gentle movement so you can feel better, faster, as opposed to just sitting on the couch or laying in bed. This is not about pushing ourselves. Good. Come on up all fours. Inhale, reach the right arm high to the sky. Exhale, thread it underneath the left shoulder, left arm long. And now think of gently squeezing your inner thighs together, just to lengthen your low back. Option, if you want to make it a tad more active, you can take the left hand back alongside the face, bend the left elbow so it faces straight towards the sky, and press the left palm into the mat for a deeper twist. And 3 more breaths. Breathing really slow and full. Come on back to all fours. So we'll take a little toe and wrist stretch. So I want you to curl your toes underneath you, sit back on the heels, flick your pinky toe forward. Sometimes you have to do that manual adjustment. And then from there, we'll take the palms down, fingers towards your knees. So if this is a really intense toe stretch for you, you can kind of stay on all fours, right? You can control, your seat is like the weight, the lever, right? You can control how much you want the seat on the heels. And then you turn the fingers so they face your knees. And at the same time, you're drawing your shoulders down your back so you have a gentle stretch for the wrists and forearms as well. Notice if the shoulders are up by the ears. Draw them down and back. Just 5 breaths here. Close the eyes. Just trying to be okay with the stretch and any discomfort you may be feeling, wrists or toes. If you're feeling extreme sharp pain, you obviously want to back off. But for most of us, this is a really intense stretch. It's not supposed to be comfortable. So just try to breathe and be present with it. 2 more breaths. Good. And then take your hands underneath your shoulders. Take the feet as wide as the mat again. We'll press back into that super wide downward facing dog. Keep the knees really bent if you wish. Spread all the fingers apart. Press through the knuckles and just bend through one knee and then the other with the legs in this super wide stance. Press your torso towards your knees. And then we'll walk the hands towards the feet so we're in a standing forward fold at the back of the mat. This is another good hint of things to do when you're sore. Just like we took a wide down dog and a wide lunge, now we're in a really wide forward fold. So clasp opposite elbows, super okay to bend the knees and just sway from side to side here, and feet can be as wide or wider than the mat. Make sure the crown of the head is pointing down directly towards the floor, and the back of the neck is long. Maybe bend the knees even if you don't need to. And now maybe take the elbows in kind of figure 8 shapes along the mat. So just letting the upper body drape like a pendulum and get long. If you want to, you can let the clasp of opposite elbows go and gently straighten the legs. A little bit more of a traditional hamstring stretch. Inhale, find your flat back. So glide the shoulders down and back, and then exhale, fold. Good. Inhale, half lift, glide the shoulders back. And exhale, fold. Good. Last time. Inhale, and back. Exhale, deeply bend the knees. Even if you don't need to, deeply bend the knees. Take the chin into the chest. We're going to do a slow spinal roll up. So what that means is that you're going to roll through every part of your back as you come up to stand. So head heavy, lengthen your tailbone towards your heels, round through your low back, your mid back, your upper back. Head is the last thing to come up. And then inhale, reach the arms up overhead. And then with this super wide stance, just hold the left wrist with the right hand and just take a little gentle side stretch. So the legs are still super nice and wide apart. Lengthen your tailbone down towards your heels. Just feel this nice side stretch on the left side of the body. One more breath. Inhale, reach up. Hold the right wrist with the left hand. And then lean over to the left. Big side stretch for the right side of the body now. Lengthen the tailbone down and back. So in this super short practice, we've done child's pose, some easy twists. Now we've really opened the side body, come up to stand. Exhale, just press the air away. I hope you feel better after this quick practice. So often when we feel too sore to move, it's so much better to do just some gentle movements like this as opposed to just sitting on the couch. So let me know in the comments below if you feel a little bit less sore, hopefully after doing this practice. Like this video if you enjoyed it, and of course, subscribe to my channel. That's the #1 way you can help support me and free yoga online. Be sure to download my mobile app full of classes that you can do on the go, even when you don't have Wi-Fi, and so much love from my heart to yours. Namaste.